G'day to everybody and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And today I'm back up here on the Cahill Walkway and let's just check out the Narrabeen. The Narrabeen's just heading off. I'll just quicken my pace and get behind wharf number 3 to see this Narrabeen head off to Manly. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my walk and talk, and we'll talk about a subject today which I've got near and dear to my heart, and that topic today is a book that I read a long time ago. How beautiful is this? The Narrabeen just leaving everything in its wake, churning up the water with those massive turbines, those propellers, and making great progress. It's wonderful up here. I always love coming up here to the Cahill Walkway because you get a magnificent view of Circular Quay and you get to see all the action up and close. And one thing I noticed today again is we've got some flags at half mast. I don't know why they're at half mast today, but we've had them half mast for a few times over the past month or two. So I'm sure I'll find out on the news tonight what's happened. But yeah, it is sad when you see flags at half mast. We've got the Charlotte moving off there. So I forget what his first name was. Was it Keith? I think it was Kenneth Blanchard. How's that for memory? I haven't read this book for well over 30 years, and yet I remember the name. He was a famous business author from the 80s, or probably from before that. But I came across his material in the 80s. So his book, The 1 Minute Manager, was the bestseller. It's a short book, a small book, but it's jam-packed with tips for people on management or about managing teams. But of course you can use all of the tips from that book in terms of managing oneself or managing a family or managing relationships. But some of the key points that came out of that book are still relevant today and still resonate in my mind. And the absolute beauty was where he talks about the importance of distinguishing between management, micromanagement, and mismanagement or no management. So having worked for many years under different management styles for different teams, different organisations, you do get to appreciate good management, and good management stands out when you see it, and it has a flair about it and a simplicity which makes it very appealing and oh so empowering, because good management is all about bringing the best out of the team, bringing the best out of the people, and allowing them to express themselves, and to find their way, to be given clear, good instructions in terms of what the outputs that are required, the direction that we need to head, the time frames that we need to meet, but without squashing, without suffocating, without strangling the team members by telling them how to go about doing it. I remember it was very important, or one of the key points in this book, or the key lessons, the key learnings, was to not micromanage people, not to micromanage projects or tasks for fear of dramatically reducing the results and the output. Because when it's all said and done, professional people, educated people, don't want to be told what to do and how to do it. What I've found over the years is it's critically important to have autonomy in your role so that you can flex up or down, in and out, to get the most of what you're achieving and what you're doing, without having, as I said, your manager, your parent, your spouse, your business partner, basically looking over your shoulder and riding you like a Melbourne Cup horse for the entire duration. So how do we use this? I guess for young people who are starting out in management, it's important. If you're given tasks to achieve, or if you've got a team to lead, then it's important for you to remember that the best leaders are the ones who are team players, the ones who are able to work with their team members, with their peers, and don't get too carried away with being the boss. I've worked over the years with many outstanding leaders in some of the best organisations in the world, and these people have gone on to lead massive organisations, massive global organisations. And what the standout point for me in their management style is that they were one of the team members. They led from the front, but they wanted people to always run with them. They were very good communicators. They were very good motivators. They were very clear at setting milestones and goals for their team members, and for putting together plans and opportunities and stepping stones for their teams, which were tailored to the strengths of each and every team member. Anyway, what else is there? What else is there from the 1 minute manager? I guess the key is, as I said before, is to learn how to delegate, but to be fair and to be clear in your instructions, and to work with your team, with each and every person in that group, so that you get the best out of each member, each team member, and at the end, the success of each of your team will sum up to the success of the organisation. I remember working at IBM many years ago, and I had a manager back then who was a peer of mine. And as soon as I heard that he was going to be a manager, a finance manager, and he was going to be my manager, I was aghast. I'm saying, I can't really work with this guy, because as a team member, he was pretty well focused on his own job, and I didn't really understand or have experience in his management style. But once he became a manager, he became an absolutely phenomenal manager, a people manager. And I remember him sitting in our first team meeting that we had with all the team, and he said his responsibility was to help us help each other. His responsibility is to make us look good, because if we look good, he looks great. And I remember just feeling a sense of relaxation and a sense of relief when he took over the team, because he transformed from being a high performing individual, quite selfish in his style as an individual, but once he took on the role as a manager, he became a selfless leader whose role, whose desire was to help everybody else around him succeed, because he knew that by making a success of us as individuals and as a team, then he would go on to bigger and better things, and his reputation would be enhanced by having people, good people, who would want to work with him because they knew that his style was one of a teaming management style, as opposed to just a guy who just issues instructions, or a leader who issues instructions and then doesn't have much interest in each person's growth and development. Anyway, that's my little spiel on the 1 Minute Manager. An awesome book, a simple book as I said before, but something worth considering. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, learn to be both efficient and effective in your management style, in the way you manage yourself, in the way you manage the people around you, and know that at the end of the day, we're all part of the same team. We're all trying to achieve the same outcome, and the more people we are able to help grow and develop, then the more people we'll have around us who can support our growth and development, because it's a never-ending cycle. We input into other people's growth and development, and they cycle around and then input into our growth and development. So it's a never-ending cycle of growth and rejuvenation, which we must never forget. Anyway, take care everybody. It's a bit of a windy day up here on the Cahill walkway, but it's so quiet up here at the moment. There's absolutely hardly anybody around to be seen. This COVID is driving me insane, to tell you the truth, because as you can see, not too many people about, and it's a glorious day, absolutely glorious day. Fair enough, it's a Monday, but people, please come out of your houses, come down to the city, check out this beautiful harbour, get on that ferry which is going across the Manly, or to the Opera House, or to the Luna Park, or to anywhere else, and just to make the most of this beautiful weather and this beautiful city. Take care, and we'll chat again. Cheerio. Bye.